Hey, and this is the Yajilin Yacht Trial 5. This is by far the hardest of the trials, and I think it's a pretty cool puzzle in its own right. So the really important step is actually to just consider the structure of the entire puzzle. Like the clue values do not matter for this. If we look at any of these four corners, there are three possible entrances. So we know that exactly two of them will be taken. We can also say the same thing about this center 2x2. Now the really cool thing is, if we assume that the center 2x2 travels through the middle to the opposite side, then we've also shown that this edge one will do the following, and this edge one will do the following. And this creates a problem in both the top left and the bottom right. And this is something that we can show without considering the clue values of the cells at all. Therefore, you can take it a step farther and say that the loop will not pass from the top left to the bottom right, or from any corner to the opposite corner through the center. If you shade any cell in the center, you would immediately get that segment that goes from one corner to the opposite corner. So without considering the clues at all, you can prove that the entire center is unshaded. And that's going to be really important, because as soon as you put in this 0 and the freebie here, this 2 is instantly resolved. Now this trick breaks open the entire puzzle, and this is something I hoped solvers would find, but probably not at the beginning, and there are ways around it. So now I'm just going to follow through the remainder of the puzzle in a pretty reasonable manner. So bottom left needs to have its two entrances. The one left clue here gives more progress. The one down clue. We have the same step as the end of trial 4, where this section must be used. This entrance must be used. We must shade the corner because it can't be visited. The 2 resolves, and at this point, all of the clues have been used. So trial 5 falls incredibly quickly if you catch that the middle cannot have any shaded cells. If you don't catch that, it's a little bit harder. You can get some early steps like so, but it's just not a lot to go off of. You can get this one shaded from the 2. Like, you can even get these two as unshaded from the 0, or from the either or. And at this point, you kind of wall, and there's not really any global connections. So what a lot of solvers ended up doing was guessing on this 2 up clue, which was the important clue. But it's not immediately evident that you can't shade anything in the middle. But you can very clearly see that as soon as you have that, everything just falls into place. So that was trial 5. A bit more involved of a puzzle than the start of the contest, which I will sketch recording right now. So I will see you then.